Ugh, what a day. More and more souls are piling in all the time. I can't believe even I'm getting overwhelmed. Maybe it's time to think about getting an assistant. But who? Huh? My lady, there's someone here for you. What? Send them away. I'm not going to hold an audience with a rival if I can't even be bothered to send a word in advance. It's not another demon lord, milady. It's, mortal. A mortal? Why? Why? Why would a mortal be here? You know what? Never mind. Send them in. Anything to take my mind off work. Hmm. Well. You're awfully far from home, aren't you, little mortal? It must have been, quite a journey. Uh, 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 Before you tell me what you want, I want to hear how you got here. You're still alive, so you obviously didn't come here, you know, the usual method. Ah, so you went and summoned Ball, didn't you? Yes, back in the day, he was quite a powerful ruler. I can see why you seek his help. But I conquered his realm long ago. And now he reports to me. And must have been a surprise when he, you know, said he'll take you to his master. Hmm? Oh, you thought he meant. You think I'm. Oh, no. I'm not the ruler of hell. Though I do have a domain over a portion of it. My name? Hmm. It's awfully presumptuous of you to ask about my name, seeing that you haven't given me yours. And you haven't even bowed to me yet. I forgave that oversight due to my curiosity, but if you don't want to, if you don't want me to take your soul, I suggest you kneel and introduce yourself, like a good little mortal you are. Good. Much better. I am surprisingly pleased to meet you. My name is obviously Virgo. I'm what it's known as the Demon Lord, basically one of the upper crust down here. The more followers a demon has, the more powerful they are. I've gathered considerable numbers of demons under my banner in the recent years. Keep that in mind when you address me. Got it? Your tone is much more respectful now. Good. Now tell me, why are you here? To sell your soul. Hmm. At one time, that would have been a tempting offer, but nowadays the mortal realm is bloated with human souls. They are common as sulfur here. If anything gives me your soul, would just increase my workload, and I don't need any more on that my plate. So I don't know what's worse, the casinos or the strip club. Ugh, don't beg. You look ridiculous blubbering like that. Are you really expecting mercy from a demon? Leave. Oh no, you won't be leaving. Your fate was sealed the moment you left the mortal realm. You're right. I don't want you. So, can you go and run around in hell till your heart's getting content? Go be somebody else's problem? Oh, I just can't keep a straight face with you crying like that. I was kidding. I'm not going to kick you out of my kingdom now that you're here. And I don't think you look ridiculous when you sob like that. You look hilarious. And maybe even cute. Just a little bit. Oh, don't act so indulgent. I'm just having, you know, a bit of fun. I am a demon. I find human suffering immensely entertaining. Hmm? Oh no. I still don't want your soul. I meant what I said about being overrun as it is. But if you need a favor from me, there's another way you can earn it. You have a few choices, actually. Well, basically, I want you to take you know, take one of the more tedious jobs around here so I can free up a demon or two for more important tasks. Why don't I have some of the human souls do those jobs? Because then they wouldn't be suffering, and at least not as much as they should. I take pride in my work. I'm not about to go easy on them just because I've been entrusted with so many. But you're in you're in a unique position. I mean, you aren't dead, nor did you sell me your soul. Well, not for the lack of trying, but that means I have no obligation to torture you. So let's look at the options here. Let's see. You could take care of for my hellhounds. They need to be fed, walked, played with every day. Oh, does that sound like something you enjoy then? I mean, that is the life of, human dog walkers, right? Or pet babysitter or daycare. I'm glad because that would actually free me and give me more than one or two of my minions. I lose so many good workers to those mutts. I mean, I love them, but they just sometimes get out of control, you know? Dogs, am I right? You wouldn't understand. What do I mean? Well, hellhounds aren't just regular dogs that you see at the local dog park. They're about 5 feet at the shoulder, powerfully built and vicious as a starving bear. To be honest, sometimes I wonder if it's worth keeping them around with how often their caretakers have the accident. But so many of them, you know, so many of the damned here have fear of large animals. It makes it hard to justify getting rid of them. You know, they're literally 5 foot dogs. Just flames come from them. They are really, really tough little bastards to deal with. Oh, you've changed your mind? Not? Shame. What else? Let's see. I could have you stroke the fire, the pit of fire, you know? It's the place we keep souls in between torture sessions. Yes, the name is pretty much sums it up. Souls can't die since, they're already dead. So we just toss them in there and they're pretty much in constant agony until we take them out, take them back out and just keep them in there. I told you before, I take pride in my work. If you really want humans to suffer, you can't just let them get adjusted to it. I mean, there was one that had a pain kink tolerance, those people that enjoy pain. That changed their whole entire mindset. They no longer enjoy pain. Like they tell you in those stories or those cheesy stereotypical movies about demons, go to hell and you hear people screaming. Yeah, that's actually true, but they don't scream that loud. Like, jeez. Anyways, you'd be helping to keep the fire burning as well, keep it hot as possible. Feeding it fuel, fanning the flames, you know, extra. Uh, as you can imagine, it's hot as, well, hell. And it's back-breaking labor to the boot. You gotta just keep doing it non-stop. And I actually used to make souls do it as in a form of punishment. But you never know when one of them is gonna decide they actually enjoy doing hard labor. You mortals are weird like that, of course. I mean, you guys, again, pain tolerant kink. I don't know what the fuck, y'all. So don't you think you're one of those? Fine. I had one other job in mind. I could have you help with my work directly. I'll admit, I have reservations about employing a non-demon tormentor, but I suppose I can at least give you a chance. Yes, that's right, a tormentor. You would be in charge of torturing some of the souls of the damned. Honestly, it's not terrible. It's really not terribly difficult. Um, as long as you have a little creativity naturally, you'll be employed some of the classics. The stabbing with the pitchfork, the ones that you see in the movies, the pitchforks. Uh, branding with a hot iron, whipping, so on and so on. But you know, physical attacks are important too. Well, psychological attacks are wonderful too. You don't also have to do physical, but psychological. If you know how to psychologically break somebody's mind, you're a-okay. You also have access to their life history, so if you have any sus out of their phobias and shames, you could use that against them. Again, be creative. I mean, there was a guy that had a phobia of clowns. We had demon clowns all over that guy. He could not stop screaming. It was so bad that he pissed and shitted at the same time in his pants. It's so funny. We had a lady that had a phobia of spiders. We had it just come out of her mouth and she just started crying. She wouldn't end her life. Oh my, you look pale. Relax. relax. It's not like you'd be torturing the innocent people. Listen, the innocents are upstairs in the lively, luxurious place called heaven. This is hell, remember. We are we are the ones that get all the nastiest, most evil scums on earth. Murderers, rapists, politicians, pedophiles, you name it. Really, you'd be performing public service. I mean, when I mention this, people ask me, is Hitler here? And I say, yes. And they get this job automatically. Like, literally, they literally want to torture Hitler. If it's not Hitler, it's just a random pedophile that they just don't approve of. Goodness, you are picky, aren't you? Well, those are the jobs, the 3 jobs. Pick one fast before I decide to take your soul after all. Oh, you're just too easy to mess with. You look like you're gonna faint. That look of horror you had was too perfect. It was all a joke. I'm not gonna give you some horrifying task. I'm actually starting to like, you know, you see. I wouldn't mind having you as a court jester, but I wouldn't waste you on something so frivolous, so weak, so frivolous like that. So, so here's the real job offer. I want you to become my personal assistant. You see, I think I could find ways to make you torture methods, more efficient and less labor intensive. I'm thinking of getting you but I'm getting you so caught up in the daily, drudgery of keeping up with the demands that I don't have time to figure out, how innovative, but if I had someone to handle little other things for me, then it would be a whole different story. And what I mean by that, everything would have been fucking different. More stressful, Okay, I'm gonna give you the rundown of your duties. Basically, your duties would be, to travel around my kingdom, collect reports, ensure quotes are being met and delivered messages. It would be a challenging, thing to do, but be sure that sounds a lot better than my offer suggestions, does it? I mean, I suppose you could pick one of those if you really wanted. Oh, so you accept. I'm glad to hear that. I was actually going to select one of my minions to do it, but you could come along right as I came up with the idea. The timing was so perfect, felt like it was fate. What was that? Oh, that's right. You came down here to make a deal. All right, tell me what it is to you. You want me for if it's in, my power, I'll make it happen since I'm feeling generous. If I can't do it, I'll return you home to safety, okay? Oh, I wasn't expecting something so, what's the word? Noble. Don't people usually pray to God about that sort of thing? Well, regardless, although I can't expect to say you made the right choice of coming to me, I can tell you that I can definitely make things happen. Yeah, in the meantime, my servant's outside the door who will show you to your new, living quarters, which is your room if you didn't know what it is. Get some rest, and I'll train you on your new job tomorrow. Congratulations. Welcome to hell. Oh, I see you. You get a little excited, kitty. I'm so happy to have you here, to be honest. I thought you was gonna be one of those, mortals that complains about everything. I mean, I had a file report about a bunch of Karens down here. And you know what I do to Karens? I send them to you know, the, what's the name of it? The slug pit. Yeah, the slug pit. The slug pit is like literally lava slugs. They're like the size of leeches when they, before they get fat off the blood and everything and explode. Wait, you didn't know that? Fun fact, leeches actually explode when they have too much like blood. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I don't know if that's leeches or mosquitoes. One of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, they're the size of leeches before they drink blood, but they are very, very dangerous. I mean, when you drop a whole thing on a person, automatically instant feed. And it burns at the same time because, magma, lava. They made out of lava. So yeah, what do you expect? But anyways, enough blabbering. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Okay, sweetie? Go ahead. Need a rest. Go rest.